guys got one? Okay, far away, please.
AJ, I think you had like 4 points at the half and had a really good second half. The shot was falling in transition. I think you had a couple mid-range shots. What was working out for you tonight, and how did it feel?
I think I just was playing aggressively, running the floor hard, finding the open spaces because they were in the zone. So as long as we were swinging the ball, it was going to be open gaps for me to either score or pass it to my teammates.
In Shaq, we talked to Coach yesterday, and it made it sound like you maybe weren't going to play. I mean, he said he was hopeful that you were there today. When did you find out you were going to play, and how did it feel to make your debut?
Yeah, it felt great. Yesterday was the day I knew that I was going to play. I mean, it's only been 2 practices, and I got sick a little bit the other day, so we're going to kind of chill out for today. But I felt good yesterday in practice, and that's what it was. So we went out there today.
And how did it feel?
Felt great. Felt great to be out there with my team. First night in Allen, it felt good.
Shaq, what have the last few weeks been like for you? Getting close to being able to play and then having a setback. Just what's the whole process been like for you?
It's been a process for sure. It wasn't never really a setback. I came back early at week 7 or 8 and practiced that whole week. Then I got sore and we reevaluated. So just a bunch of therapy sessions before practice, after practice, and at home on my own. So just trying to get on top of it.
And for you, what was it like to be able to actually play and be out there and get back in kind of that rhythm a little bit?
A lot of excitement. It's just been a rough summer for sure. Just glad to be back out there and feeling good.
You didn't play in the second half. I guess was that just managing minutes or is it something else?
Mostly managing minutes. I started to feel a little bit of soreness too. So we're going to get back to it tomorrow. Practice tomorrow and Monday.
And then AJ and Flory, when Shaq's out on the court, what do you see? What does it give this team?
I think he just brings a lot of energy. Obviously, he got a lot of experience. This is his 5th year, so he brings a lot to our team, and I think he can help us out a lot.
Yeah, for sure. I think Shaq is a pretty good defender. On the ball, off the ball, he can really pretty much guard, and then get off as a screen. So I think he's someone who would really like to have on the team, and then just him getting back and then getting better. That really means a lot for our team.
Dave? AJ, is this what we should expect moving forward from you, especially the second half, this style of game?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm really just trying to, stay locked in, always go out there, play as hard as I can, and as long as we win, that's the most important thing.
AJ and Shakeel, you guys were obviously different places last year. In Flory, you were in high school. 3 newcomers. How have you guys been able to come in here and, I don't know, maybe get adjusted so quickly or acclimate so well with your guys?
Just being around the block, 5th year guy. I've been in many practices, and I think practice makes perfect. And with us going to battle every day and practice and competing, it just sharpens iron.
Yeah, I would say it's a big step because I have a pretty good leaders in front of me and just watch what they're doing and then just do whatever the coach tell me to, and then everything will take care of itself.
Yeah, I feel like it's been easy for me too. This is my 3rd year, so this is really basketball. I feel like I can go to any team and just fit in perfectly.
Gary?
Shaq, were you ever thinking that you might have to redshirt if it lasted another 2 weeks or something? Or did that never cross your mind?
No, it never crossed my mind at all, actually. It never crossed my mind, actually. Yeah.
Flory, how comfortable were you tonight? Once again, you were dominating the rim.
I would say I started off with a bad start. Obviously, I didn't lose the energy, but I got back and then waiting for an opportunity to come up and then at least get better than what I was in the first half. And then I think I did better than the first half. So hey man, we won, so I take it.
AJ, it was a little bit of a feel-good moment when you threw that lob back to KJ after he had just thrown you on it. Do you think like that when you're out there trying to get him back? Because he's obviously so unselfish with the ball.
Yeah, he's definitely unselfish. He hit me with a good pass prior for that, so I seen him on a break. So I thought he was gonna dunk it, but he laid it in. So.
He's looking like me right there on the left.
I wonder if any of you guys too, the other two, if you could talk about KJ and just that extra stuff he does that maybe doesn't get noticed.
Yeah, he's a warrior, man. He plays the right way, does everything, you know, all the dirty work for us, and I think that's the guy for us. You know, he's our glue guy.
Yeah, for sure. KJ is, I think, one of the best players kid we ever had. You know, he's the first one on the floor. You know, you don't have to ask him to get under the ball screen because, man, he would break the ball screen, and then next time you won't even want to screen him anymore because, you know. So yeah, he's a really big piece for our program, and then let's say
AJ, 36 points for the team off the bench today. How would you sum up the bench production in the first 4 games?
I think we just go out there and be ready right away. You know, I know everybody's anxious to get in the game, so when we finally do get in, you know, we just go out there and play very hard, and it's been showing.
Gary.
Did you guys see the banner for Coach Self get unveiled, and what did you think of that? And did anybody say anything to Coach about it?
No, I didn't say anything to him, but
We
definitely
definitely saw it.
seeing the banner is crazy.
Yeah, we definitely saw it. It's good to be a part of history for sure.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, let's go.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Good night. You're taking it away. That's fine. He's not good at math.
All right, guys.
I guess, Coach, for the first time tonight, you guys were, whole. When this team is clicking and playing, what do you like about him, and what makes it all work? You guys
Well,
like the
Shaq's not
newcomers?
quite whole
Yeah.
because he had a 5-minute limit on him, but I wanted to get him out there. But hopefully by next week he could be close to that. And I thought we did some good things. I'm playing too many guys, you know. I'm glad that's gonna quit. But I do think there's a core, you know, 9 we put out there and pretty interchangeable. And it's good to see AJ see the ball go in the basket, and I thought that was his best game defensively as far as activity and stuff. So I thought we did some good things.
Coach, what did you see from AJ Storr tonight that you liked?
Well, he shot the ball well. I don't think that he plays, or some guys, they wait and play their man after he catches the ball, and he got his eyes dotted a couple of times. That, you know, you got to take away airspace when you're guarding 3-point shooters. But yeah, he you know, looked good in transition, and you know, made a couple of threes. So I thought it was good that he needed to see the ball go in the basket.
Is that what we should expect from him moving forward? It seems like it's taken a little while for him to get rolling, and he had most of his points in the second half today.
I'd like to see him be aggressive moving forward like he was today. But you know, guys, guy makes, you know, is Zeke a bad shooter because the ball didn't go in the hole tonight? You don't know about shooting. I mean, sometimes, you know, you make shots and it gives you a false sense of how good you play, or you miss shots and it gives you a false sense of how poorly you play. I think with AJ, you know, him doing the things that we'd like for him to do, to not have to make shots to play well. He's still got a ways to go in that area.
And he doesn't lack confidence. Somebody asked him how he feels like he's fitting in. He said, "I could fit in anywhere."
Yeah. I think he can. I think he can guard better though. I think he rebound better. But I think he can fit in. His attitude's fantastic.
Do you think he's getting a feel for sort of that balance of when to be aggressive and when to just move the ball? And
I'd say it's better than it was.
Sure.
Yeah. That's a strange game because they play that matchup zone, and you get a lot of assists when teams play zone. When you play against man, you don't get as many assists. So it's easier to move the ball quicker, I think, when you're playing against a zone. I think playing against man, sometimes the ball tends to stick more than it does against the zone. But I think he's getting better at it.
Wanted to ask you about Flory too. When you took him out in the first half and then put him back out there a few minutes later, he had the 2 fouls, but he still stayed aggressive. I mean, is that?
He stayed aggressive offensively.
Did he? Defensively?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
He let his man catch it when he wanted to, and then he tried to play him after he caught it, and you know, he's going to have to get better at that,
Okay.
and he can be much more aggressive in some other areas. But, you know, he's gonna be a really good player. I was disappointed tonight. He had 3 turnovers, and all 3, I think, is when he had the ball in his hands and people just knocked it out of his hands. He's gotta play stronger.
Coach, you guys switched the off-ball actions tonight. What kind of went into that decision? And you guys kind of limited their 3-point opportunities. They've shot 25 plus in every game besides tonight.
We actually switched all off-ball stuff every game. So it wasn't any different than what we normally do. We stayed connected to the 5-man and then switched 1 through 4. So we thought that was the best way to guard them. But number 12 obviously got the ball in the paint on some of the switches and was able to score over the top. But we got to be better at that. But I thought we defended their actions pretty well.
Coach, just kind of sliding over, I saw that we got a release saying that you guys signed Bryson Tiller. I'm just wondering.
Can we comment on that?
Yes,
yet?
sir.
We can?
Yeah, I got you, okay. Now that the cloud is over you guys, I think this is the first full recruiting cycle. Are things not easier, but I mean, do you find that you're responsive, not having to answer questions, and has it been, I mean, this is gonna be a top 3, top 5 class?
Oh, I think it's going to be that.
Right. So, I mean,
Yeah, I don't think the cloud, those questions never come up anymore.
yeah,
You know, of course, the way the rules are now, nobody ever questions anything anymore. You know, it used to be when you lost somebody, either you didn't want him or somebody else cheated. No, very rarely do coaches just say, you know, we really wanted him and we just got our butt beat.
right.
You know, but very rarely does anybody ever say that. In today's time, you're not gonna ever hear somebody say, well, somebody cheated or somebody did this, because everything's legal. But it's a good class. I mean, I think we signed 3 pros. And Bryson is ultra talented. He would be a top 5, top 7 kid in the class if he hadn't got hurt. You know, he was a top 5 kid and then you know, hurt his foot, so he really hadn't done much the last 6 or 8 months. But he's talented, man. He's 6'10" and can play anywhere on the floor. So it's going to be a fun group.
And is it a relief to have 3 guys that you wanted early, locked in?
Yeah, I think it's, you know, I don't know that we could sign another high school kid. I think 4 may be too many, and 3's probably the max. But yeah, it was good to get the 3 that we got. You know, getting high school kids or portal kids or wherever they come from is great. But if they're not the right ones, then, you know, getting 3 early really doesn't mean much. I think we got the 3 we need to get early.
Was that play before halftime executed perfectly, and what's the purpose of that motion?
We just, Gurley called it ring around the rosy. So he said, you stole that from Andy Reid. And I said, no, I didn't. But I guess, you know, we just had everybody just move. And then when time was, when Ryland was getting ready to pop, everybody screeched for Ryland. So it worked out pretty well. He made a great shot.
Who threw it to Ryland? Was that a nice
I think it was Zeke.
job?
Yeah.
Was it stolen from Andy? Just thought of it.
Does football run a ring around the rosy play for real?
They did.
They did?
One time, yeah.
But was it ring around the rosy in the huddle, or ring around the rosy on the
Before
line?
the
They broke the huddle and did the
Right.
little.
Ring around the rosy.
Right.
So I stole it from Andy.
I wonder what you thought of having a banner put up. Your number's basically been retired here. What do you think of the honor?
What are you talking
The
about?
banner before the game.
I didn't know there was a
Bill
banner.
Self winning as coach.
I didn't see it. I had no idea there's a banner.
It's below the numbers,
Below the
in the
numbers.
rafters on the south end.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah.
see it. I'll go out and look at it. So yeah, that's great, but I didn't know they were doing that. I swear, I had no idea. So, hope was it a big banner?
Well, it's big as the number.
Anything else for Coach?
I didn't have any idea.
Yeah, you gotta go look.
Yeah, I had no idea. That's not my idea. So,
It's a nice banner.
it's a nice banner.
Alright, here's a little.
Oh, that is a big banner.
Thanks, Coach.
We lose 2 in a row, people, we want to take that big banner down.
Thanks, Coach.